Hey, Wildcard here. Today I'm going over Buddycards in this 1.18 Dev Spotlight. Now, let's just get right into it. Um, First up, we got the packs. There are 3 kinds of packs, 4 if you include mystery packs. You find these throughout your worlds or by killing certain mobs. For example, the base pack can be found in villagers, houses, pyramids. You can find them in pretty much a lot of different vanilla loot chests, as well as from killing baby zombies or baby villagers, or baby zombie villagers for the best chance. Nether packs, you can find these in fortresses and bastions, as well as piglin bartering, baby piglin kills, or baby zombie piglin kills, and set, or also wither kills. End set packs can be found in the end by defeating the dragon, which guarantees it, or by killing shulkers, which is a pretty rare chance, and lastly, in end city chests. The mystery packs, you have to craft them. These are made with phantom membranes, diamonds, lapis, and emerald. These are quite expensive, and the reason for that is you can get any set from them, and especially in mod packs where there are more sets, specifically from expansion mods or whatever. I don't want to have to be the one responsible for explaining how people are getting these very hard to make cards. These are a luxury, but they also work well in mods as quest rewards. Yeah. Next up, there's the binder. This is the most useful item in the mod, in my opinion. Without these, the mod would not work. Now, what these do is they let you store cards in them. They're very cheap to make. They only cost three of a card from a set. They don't have to be the same card, even though JEI makes it look that way. That's just how JEI loads the items up. You can make each one with this same recipe. There's also the Ender Binder, which is made with an Eye of Ender instead of leather. And the difference is this one can't be enchanted, but you can, if you lose it, you can get it back. This is good for storing all your rare graded cards or whatever have you that you don't want to lose if your house explodes or you die in lava or something of that effect. There's also enchantments for these. This is called Extra Page. There are 3 levels to it. Each one adds more slots to the binder. There is Extra Page 1, 2, and 3. There's quite a lot of slots in this third one, more than double the initial amount. And this is quite useful. Especially given you can fit a lot of cards in it. And they can also stack in here. Now, when you're opening packs, you always get 4 cards. This is the base set. I don't know why that Emeralda is missing, but these are the cards in base set. There are 36 in total, even more if you count the shiny ones, and even more if you count the graded ones, but we're not counting either of those. So you have all the commons, you got the uncommons, which are the ones with these yellow corners, the rares, which are with the blue corners, and the epics, which are these purple and yellow corners. Each card rolls for rarity, and then rolls a random card of that rarity. Now, of course, the commonest is common, then uncommon, then rare, and the rarest is epic. You're not going to find that many of these. I believe it's a 1 in 20 chance per pack. But yeah, and that's the same for every set. I didn't want to go out and do everyone. There's also some new cards in 1.18, specifically these 9. Some of them are Caves and Cliff stuff. Some of them are just general cards I wanted to add. Meanwhile, we've got Buddysteel over here. Now, Buddysteel is a bit of a annoying thing to get. It costs a lot of lapis and iron, as well as 3 cards to sacrifice to make it. And then you have to smelt that in a furnace for 40 seconds, which is a bit longer than your average smelt, I think. And pretty much with that, you can make blocks of it, you can make ingots, nuggets. I said that in every time I've tried to record this. Then with those, you can make some of these cool items. Now I'm going to show you all 3 of them. So let's go in order. First up, we have the grading sleeve. This is a pretty simple item. Each grading sleeve lets you grade a card. Oh, I remember where those cards went now. So you put it either in your offhand or with the card in your main hand, or the other way around. Either one will work. And what you can do is grade them. I got an F grade because I suck. But you can get 5 different grades with them. F, C, B, A, and S, with S being the most rare one. And by that I mean don't even bother trying to get them unless you have a factory mass-producing golden ones and a factory mass-producing card somehow, because it's very rare. But with that, that's pretty much it for the grading sleeves. The golden grading sleeves are just made with golden nuggets. You could also get them from Piglin trades. Normal grading sleeves you can also find in chests, in villages, and some other structures. While golden ones you can also find in bastion chests. And this is the creative one. This is just added for people who want to test it in creative mode and don't want to have to worry about refilling your stacks of them, which is something I really like, personally. It will consume the card, though, which means if you wanted, you could have it from some kind of, like, extremely difficult crafting task without making the cards useless. Like if you have some kind of Avataria-esque mod in your pack and want to add a recipe for it, you can. Let's go on to the next stuff. So next up, down the line, we got the Buddysteel Power Meter. This is a new item, and it's pretty simple to make. Cost 4 Buddysteel ingots and another quartz. And what this does is it'll check your progress of a collection. Now, if you don't have a card in your hand, it'll just tell you your total buddy cards collected out of all the sets loaded. So that's out of all of these. Now, do note that your collection is based on ones you get from packs, not ones you pick up anymore. So if you, let's say, go up to a friend and say, hey, can you give me your collection so I can complete mine? Sure, that's not going to work. You have to open them from packs, which, in my opinion, makes packs much more valuable. But that is pretty nice. If you notice on the power meter, the darker purple and yellow has risen. That's because it shows off the percentage you have completed visually. As you see, we have about half the cards, a little over half. So we have half and then a little bump. That's pretty nice. And if you wanted, you could check a certain set. For example, I'm holding a base set card. Base set buddy cards collected, 16 out of 36. Nether set, 19 out of 27. End set, 19 out of 27. That's actually very nice that they lined up perfectly like that. And then next is the blank Buddysteel medal. Now, you might be a little confused. What does this do? You can no longer get medals from advancements. In fact, there are no advancements for this mod at all at the moment for 1.18. I did make the mod again from scratch, but Buddysteel medals are how you make them. So you make them with 4 Buddysteel and some wool. And what you do with these is you have to get a card from a set that you've completed and empower it. Now, I haven't completed any of these sets, so yeah, but if I did spam click on some end set packs for a minute, let's say I have done enough now that I've probably completed it. Maybe not, I don't know. But let's just do that for a minute. And then let's do this. Hey, look at that, it's turned into an end set medal. Now, that's pretty much how these work now. If I checked with the power meter, you would have seen I got 27 out of 27. Now, there's 3 different medals. Each one gives you different effects when you wear them in your curio slot. Curios is a required mod for buddy cards, of course. For the base set, you will get speed, nether set fire resistance, and end set resistance. And there is Buddyboost, which is an enchantment you can get on these medals. And with that, you can buff it to have 1 or 2 extra effects. So this one, the 1 extra effect is speed 2, which does cancel out the speed. Or the second one is speed 3, which also cancels out the speed. So you get, if they're the same, you just get the best of them. But if there's different ones, you get all of them. So you get fire resistance for the nether one. But if you have boost, you will get speed when you're on fire and strength when you're on fire, which I think is pretty nice. For the end set, you will get resistance. If you upgrade it, it'll remove your levitation regularly. And if you upgrade it again, the resistance will be upgraded to resistance 2, which I think is pretty neat. Now with that, that's about everything in this. It's much smaller. There's also a few other things, such as the card displays, which are made with sticks and spruce planks. And with those, you can just put your cards on, take them out, whatever. It's pretty nice to use. And there's also booster boxes, which are bulk storage. You can stack them up to 4. Each one of them has 6 cards in them. So in one block, you can store 24 cards, which is pretty nice. It's kind of like just for the flex, similar to diamond blocks or netherite blocks. It's flex. It's flex material, and they all stack. It's so nice. With that, we've gone over everything. Now, if that's all you wanted to know, you can end the video here. But if you're interested in the future of Buddycards, stay tuned. I'm going to be going over that in a second. So first off, you might notice a lot of stuff is missing. You have no expansion sets. You have no Buddysteel armor tools. You don't have anything else like that. That's because we're splitting the mod. By splitting, I mean we're splitting it up into different mods. There will be 4 mods in the future. Now, Wild, you just said we were removing 2 parts of the mods. Well, we're also adding a part to the mod. So first up, we've got Buddysteel expansions, which will be coming soon, most likely within the week. And that will be adding some more sets depending on mods you have loaded. This will include Malum, Aquaculture 2, Farmer's Delight, and Create. And soon we'll be re-adding Biomes You'll Go as well, but it wasn't updated when I was working on it. And right now I'm just trying to get bugs out so I can get it out as soon as possible. And each mod has its own way to get packs, which is unique to the mod. And on top of that, they have some very fun stuff with every expansion, such as food you can make with buddy beans, etc., etc. I'll make a video on the expansions once I update it. But then next up, there's going to be Buddysteel gear, which will be the last one that'll be added. And last one, I'll tell you the one coming in between them in a minute, but the last one will be Buddysteel gear. That will re-add Enderlings, Luminous, Xylex, and Perfect Buddysteel, as well as armor and tools made of Buddysteel and Perfect Buddysteel, Luminous, Xylex, etc., go on, so forth. Yeah. And then lastly, Buddycards Battles. That's going to be a new mod, which lets you fight with your Buddycards. It'll include a new pack called the Battle Packs, which will come with 3 random cards and a rule card. And these rule cards, there are rarities for them, but you can put 4 of them in a rule book and inside a battle table you can either put a rule book or a rule card, and it'll determine how you play the game, which is very nice because it keeps you from having one simple strategy that rules every game. There will also be deck boxes. You store like 16 cards in them, and that's what you battle with. It's going to be real fun when it comes out. That's going to be the priority after expansion comes out. And then after that, we'll be probably updating expansions. I do have to manage all these mods though, which is a pain, but it's not too different than what I've been doing with Buddycards, having such a large amount of things in them. There were always too many issues for me to keep track of. Yeah, and that's pretty simple. I don't know if it'll get out before 1.19, but if it doesn't, I'll probably take a break on working on battles until I update to 1.19. But yeah, there's a lot of stuff planned for the future. With that, I hope you enjoyed this video. It helped you out with Buddycards, and I'll see you when I see ya. Bye.